Exterior desert ruins, twilight. A wig is put on in a rush. Makeup swiftly applied. One last puff of the tobacco for the nerves. And so the curtain rises. Quick, quick, through the halls and hasty up onto the stage. 7 steps ahead. Oh, right, there. On the box, the running game of chess, or something like it. The king is drawn. Checkmate. No, not yet. On his escape, he tipped the 8-shaped hourglass on its side, the symbol of infinity. The sands have stopped, but still the king is running out of time. An oriental jester is walking with ease upon tumble-down ruins of sandstone walls and pillars. A wisp, not bound to life and death. Beneath the jester's stride, in the kingdom's ancient castle tower, sits an old white-bearded man. This is the old king of sand and time. Next to the old king hangs a skeleton, shackled to the wall. The old king doesn't see or hear the jester.
Ah, the Saharan desert, place of mysteries and ancient secrets, endless treasures and stories. As the kingdoms and legends roamed these plains before our time, some say that the desert was made by the gods for man to find its place in the world, to accept the faith that is bestowed on all of us, to find a way to cheat death. Now only the traveler by himself can truly find the answer he seeks. My name is Arcadius, me, the one mortal left on the celestial stage. It's about a king and queen spurned. She's on the loose, he's old and withered.
The jester becomes silent and makes himself comfortable. Below, the old king stands up.
How long have I been asleep again? Kasim? Where are you? How long has it been?
The skeleton on the wall comes clattering to life. As long as the last time, sire. A precise eternity.
My queen. When was the last time I've seen her?
The cursed day you had me prisoned here. Now you only have me as company.
Oh, silent Kasim. I do remember. Was it a dream? I was looking up in the sky, and there she was. A procession of storks flying over the kingdom. For every year after year, she smiled at me. That's what I remember.
A fool's dream, sire. Nothing blossoms here anymore.
Oh, my queen, free of sand and sorrow.
I see what these walls see. I feel what these stones feel. I endure the weight these pillars bear.
Spare me your foul quirks, ghoul. Just tell me who it is.
A ghost from the land of the living, sire. A contender. Keen and strong in character and mind. He seeks your throne and the heart of a queen. The old king turns quiet, grinding his jaw in anger. He shrugs off the remark.
What of it? Another one bites the dust.
You underestimate the desire of man, your highness. This time, they said their best. An old adversary's pawn. Ambitious for greater things. The old king spins around, even pale for a ghost. Right on cue, a little fanfare hoots from the forecourt.
Old King of Kings, yea, mighty hear my call. I will stand the test of trial, the quest of sand and time, as I have proven worthy, stepping up the hidden path to your kingdom's greatest wars.
The knave. Haven't I been punished enough? From all creatures roaming, he gets to be the one. The rogue of fortune. The assassin butcher that was sent by my loyal vizier to chop my head off. We're closed. Go away.
We will make our way through the cistern and climb up the old well. I entered this kingdom before to try to take the life of the king, and will do so again to take his throne. To the cistern cave!
He failed before, he'll fail again. He's not worthy of her. I know men like him.
He reminds you of yourself. All those ages ago, doesn't he? Tell me, what exactly happened in the night the knave came to assassinate you? He wasn't the one that attempted the act, was he?
No, Cassim, some things even surpass the eye of the wall unseen. I dare say you know the answer to your own question. So reveal, you rotten corpse.
The knave speaks out to the audience directly.
What? You thought only the jester was allowed to do that? Nay, you must be my witness. Let me speak openly. I'll not take up too much of your time, if you'll excuse the pun. Time, tick-tock, tick. Call me far-sighted, but the old order is dead. You see, the passage of time brings with it too many uncertainties. Where is it going? Who is it going with? What will it all look like? Come on, no one needs that much uncertainty. Me? What? The knave? You want uncertainty? You want chaos? No, you don't. You want a sense of order.
Now, don't make yourself hope. You will die in here, knave. Did you really think you would be worth a queen? What fools men are. The thread of fate, an eternity in one state or another. 4.54 billion years as it is fashioned to believe right now. Or, if you're more into stories of old, 7 days. I have seen many changes. I have witnessed the evolution. From the storms and the radiance of the heavens to the cold and icy extremities of my dominion. From ice caps being created to ice caps melting. From volcanic eruption and tsunami. And I have even taken the punches of meteorites from dust to dust. So-called heavenly bodies from outer space. Not my domain to say, strictly off limits.
She has made her move. I will make mine. One move nearer to conquest.
Exterior, interior, desert ruins, the prison tower.
Cassim, tell me what happened. I can feel her presence. But what is that smell?
Up the shaft, the knave has made his way into the kingdom through the odorous bog. Unusual methods, and he's lost 2 nights along the way. But he's no cheat.
I know that, but haven't you been the greatest cheater of all games? There was no loophole in life untested by your deviousness. Don't tell me there isn't one now. Think, Cassim. Let your mischievous spirits wreak havoc one more time. Help me to stop him. And I swear by my love that I will finally see your debt fulfilled and release you.
Don't give me hope where no hope is, sire. The game is not prone to mortal tricks and cheatery. but maybe we don't have to cheat.
What do you mean?
Well, there is no rule on how many can play the game. If it is only the knave you want to fool or to fail, perhaps you could find a better party worthy of her.
And who should that be?
Well, one approved by fate, one of chaos, a random choice. To belay the force. A throw of the dice, so to speak.
My powers are limited to the plane of the desert, of sand, Cassim, not living flesh and soul.
Sire, machines now replace the beating heart. Sand has manifested in the packets of the living. A mirrored throne of sand and time called silicon and bite. with a crystal tower controlling thought and mind, the all-seeing Cyclops. It's big bucks, sire. Chips, they call it, the heart of the machine. But it is nothing more than dreams and sleepy dust. Now, it's time to wake them up.
Whatever it takes, I'm willing to comply. So be it. Spirits of the ether realm, hear my command of sand and time. Manifesting grain and matter, crystal sphere. I summon those from chaos bound, 7 of the living souls.
He makes his move. I conceive of a cunning plan. Time moves, the planets turn, and something extraordinary happened in the Sahara. For the first time in millennia, it rained.
And now to the earthly world, where 7 humans not known to each other find they are drawn to Morocco and then to a Sahara trek. Each one has their own skeleton in the closet. Each one will be tested. Exterior Boston, USA, noon. The businessman, seated at his desk. He speaks in his mobile phone. His nameplate states him as executive president of Cyclops Inc. As he speaks, he glances at the portrait of his father, whose office he inherited. The father is seen with a classic wristwatch.
Wait, you're telling me this just now? You want me to travel to Morocco? Since when did we do business with Morocco? Oh, right. You started a dialogue with me concerning worldwide sales of a rare oil, peculiar and unique to the region. No. Oh, you definitely came to the right place. Oh, it just happens to be my area. Oh, wait for it. I'll get you the deal. Oh, well, who is our contract with down there? I can reach for JFK in an hour. Okay, so it's to Marrakesh. How many assets can you free up until tomorrow? I'll get my secretary to book me in. Send me the details. Thanks, Oscar. We'll have to have dinner sometime. I'll speak with Rach and sort it out an evening with you and Marie. Time couldn't be better. Make that deal, kick the board, and reclaim Cyclops. Don't screw this up, Johnny.
Exterior, Lyon, France. The day. The chef sits at the back office of his closed kitchen, on his own, reading emails on his yellowed PC, eating pizza and a beer, talks to himself, plays around with a butcher's knife. He used to cut his pizza, the knife of his father.
Oh, bloody hell. So much for a fortnight of gourmet food tasting in Southeast Asia. Bollocks. Bloody Chinese. I'll have to be less adventurous. Going to have to try for a refund on that flight. Lucky I didn't pay in advance for all those hotels and the food tasting tours. This isn't going to pad out well.
He clicks on a spam mail and deletes it.
Tunisia? Nah, so close to Egypt. Not risking the Middle East. I'll get the runs. Cyprus? Maybe. Nice food, Lebanese style, hummus, falafel. Maybe not. The Canaries? Come on, Marcel. Yiki cuisine Too many Europeans, and I don't do beach holidays. Morocco. Let's see. Flight to Marrakesh. Check the portal. 10 days hotel in the city. Cheap per night. Need to have dinner and breakfast. 3 days Sahara trek. Maybe.
Exterior, Naples, Italy. Day. The Padre, standing. He reads a letter.
From Bishop Emilio. Padre, I write this letter with some trepidation and concern for your spiritual health. Mindful of the concerns of your congregation following your outbursts last Sunday of late, I urge you to take a little time to rest and reflect on your calling to the Lord. Perhaps the weight of your calling has been too much of late. Perhaps I missed the signs as your mentor. Some years ago, I visited the beautiful country of Morocco. The country is developing and is quite a haven for tourists. A very beautiful country. I think a similar visit may help you to both rest and recharge your spirit. I will send on details in the post. Accipe bonum consilium meum. What does he know of struggle? He was born into a high-class family, studied at the Sapienza University of Rome, elevated to bishop at the age of 53. And I, 63 years old, and still preaching compassion, love, and repentance to a dwindling congregation. The world has gone mad. A nightmare, same-sex relationships, abortion, love of money, corrupt politicians. And now the fever. God in his revenge. But why my family? What have I ever done but follow your teachings? Tell me, God, tell me in a way I can understand and believe. And so to Morocco, 7 days in the heat, like our Saviour. But he went there for a lot longer. What else have I but my church? What choice do I have? Yes, Bishop Emilio, I will go to Morocco. I will take your diktat, but not on your terms.
The writer sits at home and spends most of his day on the internet. Thinks herself a master storyteller. She hasn't written something in years. She is scruffy, wearing her pajamas and eating a bowl of cereal. She types into her laptop.
Strange things happening in Africa. Unusual disturbances. Not easily explained by natural forces. Sandstorms that engulf northern Europe in its orange hue. An earthquake in the Philippines. Significant loss of life. A fever that has its grip on the people. Dangers of economic collapse as the economy stops supply of products for the Western markets.
He lights a cigarette, knocking the ash into the cereal bowl.
Perhaps I should throw something on the page. Get people's heart rate going a bit. Well, I'll have to do a bit of research. Can't get away with it all just being in my head. Got to show a shred of validity. There's money in being an armchair adventurer, but I'm not there yet. So the Philippines is out, as is Bangladesh and China. And you can forget the Arctic. Yeah, can probably stretch to a short trip to the Sahara.
She does a flight price scan.
Right, booked. Suppose I'm going to have to get dressed to do this. Do I need to wash my jeans as well? Nah, bugger that.
Exterior, Seville, Spain. Day. The model, reads a fashion magazine, and also flicks through her mobile phone. She sips at a lemon drink.
Jose, do I look big in this outfit? I'd like to take it on holiday, but not sure whether it's suitable. What do you think? I modeled it last year, remember? How much luggage are you taking, Jose? I was thinking like 2 suitcases. I know, the luggage allowance is only 15, but I've been waiting months for this break. You know that. You know Anna's taking 23? Yes, I know. She's flying with Dario. We're flying bog standard. Look, it's a few more euro for the extra baggage, and I'm not taking less clothes to Anna. Yeah, telling us she's met like this marketing guy in Casablanca, and she's going out to visit him. Wouldn't it be nice if we were like strung along and maybe visited some of the sites? She knew I wouldn't say no.
She doesn't wait for a response.
So, we're booked into the Fairmont Marrakesh. That's like 14 of the top 20 hotels. Why didn't you book something better? Anna is staying at the Four Seasons in Casablanca, which is 5-star, and she's got an upgrade with complimentary massage. Call this a holiday of a lifetime, Jose? You suck!
Exterior, Stuttgart, Germany, day. The architect is reading from a manual. She makes some notes on a piece of paper. Some complex building calculation she is puzzling with. She starts to type.
Ben, have you heard the awful news? There has been some strange earth movement in Marrakesh, Morocco, just outside the city. There has been an initial inspection, and the area safety inspector has made comments suggesting that the building should have withstood the movements, and is stating publicly that there were structural issues to be investigated. As the design architect, I have to go out there as soon as I get an available flight. The firm have given me full backing, and I know in my heart that the design of that building was structurally sound. When I get back, we can be together again and have that break in the Swiss mountains we have talked about. Stay safe, Catherine. Architecture and design flaws. Pah! Mensch! No way did I compromise on the safety. 4 years studying, 2 years postgraduate, and 3 years in building design, and they say it was as a design fault. More like Moroccan building standards and Moroccan materials. I'm not going to be the fall guy for this one. Nunya, I must go. Let's see, how can I get there?
Exterior, Bogota, Colombia, day. A regional politician is typing a message on his phone, accused of mischief. Evidence of a rowdy lifestyle, possibly living off dishonest earnings. He left Bogota just as the newspapers were about to dish the dirt. He is at the Madrid International Airport. An announcement is made. This is the international airport. Passengers from Bogota to Bangkok, please go to the customer service desk, where a member of staff will advise you of your onward journey. He tweets. Airport. So, my flight to Bangkok suddenly cancelled due to protests in China and Southeast Asia. He tries to make a phone call to Morocco, but can only leave a message.
Brother, can you pick up? I'm grounded at international due to flight being cancelled. People are going crazy, the fever. I'll go to leave for Spain before feelings reach boiling point. I think the news won't filter through to Morocco, so I need a few days to let the heat die down and work out a strategy. I'll explain when I see you.
Exterior, trek to the desert, day. A coach was driving down an empty road from foothills of the Atlas Mountains. Inside the coach, 7 strangers on a short trip to the Saharan desert, still unknown to each other. The driver and tour guide look uncannily like the jester.
Okay, guys. 7 of you on tour, yes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You're now driving to the desert plain. Please check the time, my friends. Different zone? Yes. I don't want you to get lost. We'll start looking for you. Air conditioning, unfortunately, no working, so if you get too hot, just shout. I open window. You all have brought enough water? If not, I have cooled water here in the front. You can buy with cash or credit card, no problem. If you use internet, please no movie or naked. Okay, shut up! Off we go.
The businessman starts off with a very forward.
Ha! Sir, how much do you guys pay for this trip? I'm telling you, those Arabs, they know how to make a buck, that's what they know. Trying to rip you off for everything I had, all the meals included. They told me before, and I will tell them.
This whole country is just a backpacker scam. Eat, pray, love. It just looks good on your selfies. All fake.
The model notices him eyeing on her picture feed and shuts her phone off. The writer is preparing his expensive camera to take some shots from the landscape.
A worldly place like we're on Mars. This whole trip is getting surreal. Have you heard of this earthquake here in Morocco? And now they also have these protests, spreading like a fever.
Yes, take pictures. Very beautiful landscape. Maybe you see the tree with gold. Right now it's still calm. Sometimes have big storms here.
You mean sandstorms? The famous Saharan glow, orange in pigmentation, because a lot of iron deposits. That's why their rebar starts rusting without rain. That's why the earthquake hits them so strong. It's materials, infrastructure.
Wait till this base gets connected to the pipeline from the Casablanca oil field. Then you have this wasteland here colonized in a year. Will put huge money into their pockets.
It's such a shame that they cannot keep up to their old craftsmanship. Sure, everything is collapsing.
The world is collapsing. We're in the eye of the storm here. Just before we left, I received the latest projection from my own country. Wealthy community. But this fever, we had to close everything.
Don't ask me. I was supposed to transit for a very important meeting. I'm talking close to $1 billion. And they cancelled because the border's shut. And now, second best thing, I'm on a lousy tourist bus trip and wait this one out. No offense, guys.
My stupid ex-boyfriend got pulled over when he tried to cross the border back to Spain. Now he's in custody and probably faces jail time together with this other woman he ran off with. Serves him right, a cheating son of a bitch.
Are you staying in Riyadh?
Oh my god, no, but they're so beautiful. I saw it on the pictures of a friend of mine. She stayed here last month. Amazing. I'd love to go there. I'm thinking of adding a couple extra days just for that.
Just wait till they cancel the tourist flights from Europe because of the protests.
Senor, I wouldn't take this fever so lightly. Many people are suffering right now. And this is not just the hoax. The whole world is suffering. Protests, hunger, war.
Father, believe me, it's always the markets and never the people.
Actually, it's the Saudis and China. The fever is going haywire. They even found the lab in China and the earthquakes. They tested this in South America in the 1970s. It's all online. They have subterranean nukes going off, and the radiation destroys man-made structures, like the sand in the concrete if it hits the right wavelength. They can do that.
It has nothing to do with the earthquake. They use Sahara sand for building, but Sahara sand, the molecular structure is very round, pebbles from wind erosion, but you need spiky crystals to make good concrete. That is why they had all these buildings going down. If you know what you're doing, you can build earthquake resistant, no problem.
The Bible says it. The house built on sand, to those corrupt the Lord had their temples shattered, is all of man's own doing.
I really have to take a leak now.
Me too. I've been drinking so much water. When is the next? Whoa! Look, a dust storm.
Holy smokes, that's a sandstorm. Are you sure we're safe here?
No problem. Sandstorm is very common. Sand, no problem. Everything here is sand. If rain, then problem. You know it's like a flood.
Suddenly gets really dark, like it is night. The sandstorm blocks the sun as the coach bus is driving right through it.
Shouldn't we stop and wait this one out? You're going to drive us off a cliff.
No, Cliff. The Atlas Mountains are behind us. Only desert ahead. No problem. Bus is good parking assistant. Makes beep before bang. All good.
He's not gonna stop. We already paid him. Now his time is his money. If the storm is going to ruin the trip, I will make them give me my money back. It's always money with these Arabs. Damn, I will make a fortune from my insurance on this one.
The guide Jester steps on the brakes and the coach bus comes to a sudden halt.
No, road closed, but we have Sandstorm. All is closed. We're here now.
What do you mean we're here now? This camp is supposed to be a 6-hour drive from the mountains.
He holds his wristwatch under the nose of the guide Jester.
Oh my god, guys, even the sun is blocked. It is getting really dark.
Wait. Huh? On my watch, it's still 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Do you guys have any signal?
No, my phone went also dead. Probably a scam as well. What is cheap card at the souks? They sent me some voicemail to sell something and then it went dead.
Okay, please take bags out of bus. Camp is there. There are some tents over there. Let's hope they have better service. Oh, honey, can you be a sweetie and help me with this bag?
Lost in the desert. How fitting. We should take the shelter.
The 7 walk towards the tents, which are raised in nomad tradition. All materials are heavily weathered. The closer they get, the more abandoned the camp looks. However, there is one big tent in the middle, with some light glowing inside.
Hello? Is anybody here?
A faint laugh echoes through the tent, but maybe it was the wind. The politician who was last to arrive with his bag gets angry.
This place is a ruin. Like I said, all scams. Great. And my phone is dead. Now we are stuck here. No way, that's it. I'm going back. I'll stop the next car that passes here.
As he tries to exit the entrance they came from, he suddenly appears from the other entrance, completely perplexed.
Where in the hell are we?
Exterior, the Old Kingdom, noon. The travellers find themselves in a dark place. Not quite a tunnel, not quite a room, and certainly not a cell. One could call it something similar to a large pressure cooker. It is not barricaded. There are 2 openings. The minibus is no longer visible.
Hey, have we been kidnapped by terrorists or something? I don't understand. 1 minute we're riding along at a steady 50, and then we're in some sort of hole.
Silly gal. The doors to this place aren't even locked. Oh boy, Jesus.
It is not wise to take our Lord's name in vain, Single.
And where is my food? I had load of food on the caravan. Did anyone catch sight of my food? Okay, you know what? That is it. I'm out of here. This is a tent, right? It's only cloth, not concrete.
He takes out his father's butcher's knife from his backpack and starts to cut a hole in the wall of the tent.
How did you get that thing through customs? Industry secret. A chef never reveals and travels without his favorite knife.
A voice from beyond, unseen to the 7. The Queen speaks.
Food for thought, indeed.
What? Who was that? And where is our driver? Arco, what's his name?
I think someone is watching us.
He walks to the side and starts to talk to himself and talks back to himself as if someone else has joined the conversation.
This is no random event. I know. I told you something would happen. Can these other travellers be trusted? I'm not sure about the businessman, and the politician is definitely dodgy. I know.
Well, At very least, let's get out of here. Look to openings.
What time is it? Like, I seem to have lost all sense of time.
I've just received a voice message. Listen. You're not the masters of your fates. Make a decision. Stay, move up, or down.
Who sent that? What's it mean?
Says it's from the sirens.
Give it a few more moves. You ain't seen nothing yet.
It has started. Watch how the axis of power now shifts. The Queen has made a move.
My love posted me a songlet from Peter Gabriel. It's from Downside Up. Love it. Wait a minute. Is this to do with that building in Marrakesh? It was not my fault. Oops. My phone's got no signal either.
And he that builds a house on sandy ground shall see it fall. The order of things is changing. My sirens gather.
Taken from the book of Matthew. The piece questions the very foundation of our lives.
I still have a connection. Another message from Anna. Who is Anna? She's left Casablanca without Jose, back to Madrid. She says she's so sorry.
As if.
I've not heard a thing. Nor from my secretary, the agency in Bangkok. Apparently not even anything in the press about me.
Something tells me that all is not well with the politician, methinks. Queen is making another move, not strictly a legal one.
I've sussed it. These so-called random occurrences, fever, protests, earthquakes, famine, mass emigration, asylum chaos. It's not random. It's all linked. What made us all decide to come on this tour? Chance? I'll hazard a guess that each of us was influenced in some way by that bloody technology. Energy pulses. Why is it I can only receive information but cannot transmit? Are you all the same?
Yeah.
Lots of agreement and puzzlement.
So why are we here then? Nerd. I was supposed to be in Bangkok. Then the flight is cancelled. Then I fly out to Marrakesh. Then I'll go on a 3-day safari. Where is the conspiracy behind that?
You have no right to speak with the man in this way.
Time to make my move.
I've had enough of this place. I'm like going upside.
She moves off stage.
Has anyone noticed the passages of sun? It seems to be setting over in the east. I have a small compass in my case, and it's shifting all over the place. But the sun is definitely setting over in the east. Don't you see it? No, I guess not. Idiots.
Anyone seen the politician? I wasn't aware he was making a move.
Wait, did the writer just recognize a move? How does she know about what is considered a move? Guys?
I'll go take a look.
Why are we being tormented with the voices? What trick is God playing on us? I have lived a simple life observing the scriptures, making no demands.
Be careful, Padre. Temptation is already with us. We're in the midst of a battle in time and forces are playing us.
Since when did you have the power of insight? No mortal can see into the future. You are nothing more than a heretic. You are the Antichrist. You, along with those who lust, who lie with their own kind, along with those who kill the unborn, you shall all be judged.
He storms off, pushing the writer aside. Exterior side court noon. The politician walks away from the group, fiddling with his phone, when suddenly he stops in front of a white statue. There, the most beautiful woman he ever saw.
Oh, look at you. This had its days back then.
You dare to approach her? Her beauty, her presence? It is our blessed lady. Blessed be her name. The Lord is with thee.
What are you talking about, old man? You're nuts. Have you not seen this? The statue is crying bloody tears.
It is the miracle of her, and you defiled it.
He tackles the shocked politician, and with his rosary wrapped around his neck, he pulls hard and pushes him to the ground.
You will pay for what you have done, you filth! Evil I see in your eyes! The devil! Die!
A moment later, the politician rolls his eyes back. He is dead.
My God! My God! What have I done?
He runs off, just as the architect is walking towards the crime scene.
Warten Sie! I've just found the politician. He's dead. Strangled. Right as a sheet.
Another move, methinks. The queen is getting angry and impatient.
Pa, one of my pawns taken. What strategy is that old king playing?
We play at my speed, in my time. And the politician was rotten to the core. Not much hope of redemption there, but I tried. Another message. You maintain your manifest certainty in the design of your building, architect. In your pride, you failed to see that your design could not, and would not, withstand the extremes of weather being witnessed in the Sahara. There were design flaws. A pinch of humility would not go amiss.
A good move by the old king. Let's see if she takes the bite.
Something tells me we have to work at something and work together to get over this.
Seems to me we're in the middle of a time warp. A battle between the past, present, and future.
This looks promising.
I had a vision. It flashed in front of me. An hourglass-type object with sand running down. The sand depicted time, and time was running out. We were stuck in the middle of the hourglass, unsure of which way to go. Do we follow the sand, or do we try to resist it? And something was pushing us to go in different directions.
You've completely lost it, pal. I've had a vision too, me eating something other than a bloody meat tangine. And the murder, what's that about, man of vision?
I don't know. Maybe it's part of a test.
You're crazy. Visions, tests, time. If anyone should have a vision, it ought to be me.
Oh, another message. Thou shalt not kill. Well, whatever it is, I fear it's getting stronger. The voices are becoming more intense.
You know I like music, right? Well, no, please just hear me out. I had a dream a few days before we set out on the trek. And the dream features the song Woodstock, in which Joni Mitchell sings, "And we've got to get ourselves back to the garden." It's a metaphor. It's about how the world has got screwed up, and we have a duty to restore the balance. Oh, she is good. Very good. I'm not sure if I can maintain control over her. The old king picked a smart one there. Maybe the best piece on the board. Let me play the businessman again.
You are nuts. Complete crazy woman. And as for her, the writer, well, she's too lazy to even change her clothes. And you call her a visionary? Give me a break.
You fell asleep in one world, woke up in another. I gave you heaven. You bathed in my waters, but I'll give you hell. The air, earth, water and sky without you are fine. When you come back, if you ever do, remember that you are my guests, not my masters. I will save myself with or without your assistance.
Right, you want to play dirty? I'll show you dirty.
Exterior, the labyrinth garden, day.
Cursed! Virtue this and virtue that. What virtue is worth the salt against the sin of man? Tears upon tears.
She stops in front of a fractured mirror mosaic.
What hath beauty ever brought but withering? Mortals, sent by the old king to help me or ruin me? They're getting closer by sheer will, not by what is right. Soon they must find my inner sanctum in this dead kingdom. My garden, my secret. But make no mistake, if they dare to act vile within my sanctuary, in this prison, I will let them have wrath even unknown to hell and hellfire. My children, let virtue be virtue and sin be sin. This is where I draw the line.
Exterior, the palm garden, day. The chef is barging down an alameda of palm trees, picking up fermented dates, getting drunk, 3 sheets to the wind.
Ma chère, sweet are the fruits, not sour and spoiled, clean and ripe just to pick up. What is this paradise in the middle of the desert? If I could import those ingredients, they would run in the doors of my restaurant. The critics would have to bite their tongue. I could show them all. Again, Marcel Allon, finest the chef, 3 stars every year, a butcher's son.
He throws one of the dates into a fountain, the surface ruffling his reflection.
What have you done with your life? With your genius, Baton Allon? I've lost the feel for good food. So many dishes wasted upon wealthy pigs, pearls thrown in front of them.
He stands up confident to speak his will to the heavens and seal it, but being drunk instead, he stumbles over a balustrade, falling over the side.
Oh!
It smells damp, moist, earthly. Light is absent. Big roots ranking from above into the ground give a vague glow. Shadows rule here and silence. The world rests in peace.
Merde, I must have tripped. Ugh, my head, where am I?
You're at the end, compadre.
The end? Mon Dieu. We thought you were dead, killed. What are you doing here?
You're not listening, amigo. I am dead. I was killed by her wrath, by holy instrument.
But how can this be? Who killed you?
The padre was the hand, but not the culprit. In the end, it was my ambition. But there is another, indeed several, all playing their cards.
The dead? No, I ain't dead. A second ago I was in this beautiful garden, closer to life than ever, and now the underworld? Merde. Zut alors.
We both have been tricked. Well, I guess we were born, but who was listening? Could have been better. Well, not for us, it wasn't. We were invited to the party, but never welcome.
His eyes turn back into the shadows. Exterior, the jasmine garden, day. The model walks under the blossoming jasmine, feeling young and fresh. With a light step, she inhales the fresh air, The Queen appears.
How old do I look for you?
Again, I'm sorry. Have we met before?
Yes, but you wouldn't remember. I'm here to do you a big favor.
Oh, and what could that be?
Showing you your true self for once. No filters, no bubble, just you.
The model is shocked to see an old woman as her reflection. Hair grey, wrinkles, but clearly it is her.
Ew, I'm old. I look like a dried grape. I don't want to see that.
But you have to. Beauty is a curse.
Come on, lady. This ain't the 1950s. Enough with the body shaming. I don't have to do anything. This is like my body, and it's awesome no matter what. I don't have to be afraid of that.
The Queen looks at the model, open mouth.
My, firm and resolute. You've come on well on your journey. I'm almost impressed. But that is still not a way to talk to a queen.
Sorry.
Yes, you are. So, why? You seem to have it figured out. And as you said, a modern woman doesn't need a king or a queen. So, why are you here? Perhaps we will find out later.
Interior, the sunken temple, day. The padre flees into the sunken temple of the kingdom, flees from what he has done, from his murder, from his sin. He kneels down, sobbing.
What have I done? I killed a man. Killed!
In front of him is a withered statue of the former idol of the temple, barely distinguishable from a pillar. Suddenly, Cassim emerges out of the silhouette.
Ah! Suck it up!
The devil! Death! Hell has come. How can I be responsible if I was possessed by some form of demon? I hate burning in my heart. Nothing to contain it.
Life and suffering always riddled you, which made you uncertain, which built fear, which made you devoted, which made you small-hearted. Oh, the million times you found solace were a million small steps in the wrong direction.
You call me a coward for that? To struggle with a cruel world? To not understand it?
Yes, because there is only one life that matters, and that is now. Here, with all the suffering, with all the fight, with all the doubt. You're still a padre, a man of guidance. Now, guide them!
Exterior, the scorched ruins, day. The knave rides through the labyrinth, not looking right or left, when suddenly someone stands in his way, leaning on a pillar.
Hello. So you're the bad guy.
Who are you today to speak to me in this manner? I'll have your tongue out.
No, I don't think you will, because I'm the only one who can help you.
You're just a fluke of destiny, a spectator, not a contender. So get out of my way.
Have you seen him?
Have I seen who?
The king, of course. Your opponent, the former champion. I bet you haven't, have you? Do you know why?
Enlighten me.
Because the king is as long dead as his whole kingdom. Stuck in a castle. Hardly made a move. Expecting us to do all his work for him. And even he doesn't know what I know. There's only one jumping around, alive and well, doing all his business. The one who has all of us fooled. Or so he thinks.
Make your point. I can see nothing.
Every power has its source, and we know who can hop in and out of this place. Who is having us jump through the hoops? If you really want to win the game, corrupt the referee.
Exterior, centre of the labyrinth garden, night. The writer and the architect enter a space in the labyrinth wall, a circled square with the moon and stars shining above.
This place cannot be trusted.
No, we cannot be trusted. We've been disconnected from the outside world. No call, no visuals, no reference of time. Everything was blocked. Law of physics tight. But if we can see starlight, that means there is information leaking into the simulation. That means there is a way back. There is hope.
That sounds reasonable. A dream needs a dreamer and memory it can build on.
They walk to the centre of the square, where a strange machine stands, a loom woven in with the garden, but now overgrown with thick roots and coated with dust.
Here, there's a north, south, west, and east entrance. It's the middle of the labyrinth. We're at the centre of the dream. And this, the origin, the source, it must be the thing the dream runs on. Oh, all a tangled mess.
You suggest we untangle it, but how? There is no way through this mess. If we cut through the wrong route, everything could wither. All that is left.
Well, there's only one way to find out, but I'm not quite ready yet.
Exterior centre of the old kingdom, day.
Order. One moment, please. It seems to me that certain points of order need to be resolved before matters get out of hand.
Are you able to do this? I wasn't aware you had the authority to intercede.
I will have to speak through the remains of the old crony Cassim. Sire, I seek a favor.
What now, Cassim?
Sire, I am speaking through your wizened old skeleton, Cassim. 'Tis the jester Arcadius. Events in the Sahara are rather turbulent, and I'm requesting you to temporarily freeze time as far as those humans are concerned, so our protagonists can reassess their strategies.
Indeed, time is frozen temporarily.
So, Jester, what is your agenda?
I have no agenda. I was of the view that the game might be about to get dirty. I am bound to make sure you both respect the rules, and the king is 2 pieces down. Not that it's my concern.
So, Queen of the Desert, where do you want this to go, and how much do you desire the flag of conquest? Remember, my war is with the old king, not you.
You have manipulated the mortals to behave with free will and abandon the universal truths. Thus, I will fulfill my pledge, with or without their help.
Belay there, O Queen. Sire, if I may offer an idea.
Proceed.
Why not test the mortals as to their inner desires and motives, and make yourselves known to them, such that the outcome determines the way ahead?
We may be at odds, but we must agree on one thing. If we reveal our plot too early, they'll surely not play the game. Some know more than others already.
I see your point. Let's play the mortals some more. But, nay, do not try to bend the rules.
The travellers return to the stage. The Queen and the Knave are off stage still, but will communicate directly with the mortals.
You are in Sahara time, mortals. You are here not by chance or physical choice. You are here to fulfill a task.
A wind arises and shakes the kingdom walls.
It's Earth. I knew it all along. They wouldn't believe me, would they? No, they wouldn't. I was always right.
And who are you, madam?
If you can comprehend the idea, mortal, I am the Queen. I am Earth. I am in balance. That is, I was in balance until he, the knave, sought to despoil me and the old king.
So, was it you who made all the world chaos happen? Floods, virus, pandemics, earthquakes and ice caps melting?
I had a bit of a hand in it.
Oh, hey, where's the politician guy? I didn't like him. He was coming on to me like big style. Did someone say murder?
He's dead. Someone garroted him.
This piece of architecture I witnessed with the writer, an interesting design, but I cannot see its inherent purpose, its logic. Is it to puzzle us or to lead us? I think we could have done better.
She speaks to herself.
Wait, no, this is not the way to go. Am I being played here? Am I supposed to bathe in some sort of professional pride? And in doing so rubbish all before me? Listen, we are being played on our vices. Do not fall into the trap.
Fever is already struck. Our phones are dead. Nothing going out. Voices coming in. So when are you going to get out of your dump and do something about this? Lazy and couldn't give a damn. And as for saving your fellow travellers, well, forget that. That would require an element of community spirit on your part. I kept you quiet to protect you. I thought you and I were friends. No, we were never friends. I just left you along. But you helped me confirm all that is happening. No, I led you here. If you want to know everything, you must find the centre of the maze. And don't bother with online maps either. I'm afraid the power of IT is useless in here.
Maybe the secret of the maze will give me eternal good looks. What do you say, Jose?
She looks around pathetically.
It's what's on the inside that counts.
I wonder if I could have a private word with one of you.
You?
Look, we're decent people, you and me. Is there some way you and I could maybe, strike a deal to get me out of here?
That would be against the rules, which I am prepared to bend, but not on this occasion, my friend.
But I know that the writer possesses knowledge. She could be of harm to you. I can help you in her downfall, and I know what is going on behind the scenes. I warned you earlier. You should not cross me.
Where is the king in this bizarre game we play?
Kasim replies, but only the writer can hear.
I am Kasim. I speak for the old king.
Can you tell me what are the king's intentions?
If I tell you, you will surely go mad.
I'm already there. Tell me.
He has created a fever of illusion. You could change everything and stop the fever rising. Go tell the others.
I've connected with the king. No, you haven't. It's all in your mind. Yes, I spoke with his vizier, Kasim. Oh, of course you did. Outlined to the top, was it? Listen, people, I know what we have to do. Kasim, tell him what you told me. Kasim!
Silence. The writer looks at the 5 people eyeing him. He takes out his mobile phone and stamps on it. He lets out a primal scream.
See, mortals, your earthly desires are an easy target for the knave. And now, he manifests his darkest game plan. Architect, you possess the knowledge. The discussion we had in the labyrinth, by the fountain. I was lazy. I still am. Realize the queen and follow your heart and your dreams. It is your time.
And with that, the writer turns his back to the audience and walks away. The architect looks on and tries to stop him.
Complete nut. Airhead. What was he on?
So did he, kill the politician?
And he was my piece too. You see how easy the knave plays you? Summoned to give allegiance to the old king. You fall mightily short. Even a holy man, a cleric, a man of spiritual discipline falls prey to the temptation and vice of wrath.
What's this got to do with us? It is not like we are comic superheroes or anything. I'm just an architect and he's a murdering holy man. Jeez, Nightmare City.
The writer is gone. No chef, politician, dead, and murderous preacher. I demand to know what your agenda is, knave. Just me and the ladies. I want some answers.
The truth?
I think I'm entitled. Nothing but.
Mister, you live in a world that has fallen into chaos, and that chaos has to be tempered. Who's going to do it? You? I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know. And here's the twist. I can make it happen for you. Yes, you peeps.
Is anyone going to make a move?
Well, he's taken the chef, and the writer useless as they were, and the cleric. He's no use to me now either. I need to think. Wrong move. Disaster.
I sense a retreat. Now my best shot. Look, mortals, it's simple. I'm offering you the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to help me turn back the sands of time. No more chaos, no more tsunami, no more earthquake, no more pandemic. We take the Queen and the King. I take over, job done. Make up your minds, quick!
Businessman comes jumping up behind the jester, who still channels the old king's voice through Cassim. The businessman picks up the chef's butcher's knife, stabs the jester through the heart, vocalizing all the energy within himself. Cassim explodes in a cloud of dust and sand. The earth shakes, with all parties falling to the ground, even the knave.
You laugh your last laugh.
He picks up the skull of Cassim and moves his jaw like a hand puppet.
Let's see who's pulling the strings now here, you idiots.
What have you done? You're supposed to steal his power, not destroy it.
Who said I destroyed it?
He mumbles something to the skull of Cassim and lets it fall to the ground.
Let me tell you a little bit about debt. It's all of you, those of you who are on a journey. It's to become kings and queens and adventurers, unself-fulfilling spiritual beings. Deep down, you're selfish pricks.
He checks his watch, which has stopped.
Excellent. So the sands of time have stopped. Now in the real world, my world, history can and will repeat itself. While you were in your own little bubbles, I made the game changer. I take the game, I take the sand, I take the silicon, I take the presidency. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I take the sacred argan oil. I take everything. And when these commodities are in place, I will remove the virus. But all will have changed. Just a chip off the old block. No use for Daddy's old TikTok now. Relics of those past.
The businessman removes his watch and throws it down to the sand. Exterior. Falling pillars of the old kingdom later.
Oh God, that's all we need. Another power-mad narcissistic toad calling the shots.
We have no way to the old king now. The jester's dead, as is his skullmate.
I never saw that coming. I expected the knave to pull a few crooked moves. but I never imagined how things would turn. We are in a bad place.
Bastard! He must have overheard a conversation to know what he knows. And fair play, he did allude to it. I wonder if the old king is aware how hard you were fighting his corner, Queen.
I was, but I needed help to get beyond the labyrinth to the 8th rank. We nearly succeeded. The writer has given you, Architect, an opportunity to realise yourself and possibly resolve our situation. You see, you are faced with the greatest dilemma. The businessman wishes to shape the future in order to control it. He wants what you wanted, Nate. You have to get back to the world of the living and finish this off, or you live in this madness.
I guess we're in this for the long haul.
Well, as long as it takes, we need to find his Achilles heel.
Restore the watch back to time and resolve the chaos.
Some time later, back on mortal soil.
Sire, there are 2 ladies in the lobby wishing to see you. They say that you know them from a trip to Morocco.
I thought I'd seen the last of them. What do they want? What do they want?
They say they have something to give you, sir.
Show them in and put my next meeting on hold. Hello. Long time no see. Well, let's say long time, my time. So why are you here and what could you possibly want to give me?
You left this behind. Remember, you said it had stopped around the time you took out that wacky, weird referee guy. Profound moment, huh?
Anyways, we got it going again. Needed a little help from the 3 fates, but all is well now. And when it stops, so do you.
Freaking watch.
Of course, the businessman did make lots of money and usurped power from the elected politicians. He drove his virus-free commodity forward with the promise of an ethic-free future for a while. But he was only human, and this was Earth. The model and the architect had found his Achilles heel, and it was time. He was a prisoner of his own foolish beliefs and a hidden genetic disorder in the old ticker. Literally. And the ticking watch tick-tock, it stopped when the businessman became 49, the power of 7 squared, and time did not repeat itself. And they all lived a full life, but only the once. The end.